I would like to control the state of charge of the secondary battery with this shunt. It's a short introduction. And let's go to the details. Now guys, first the long introduction. Yeah, if you don't like to watch the long one, you can just jump using the time codes from the description to the next chapter. There are several options. I first was thinking about some other gauge to my dashboard, but I decided that okay, I will try first the concept on my secondary battery with the SmartShunt from Victron. So it's IP65 if I remember right, and I have that location which is affected by moisture, especially in November, but the shunt is IP65, so that's fine. I want to place it there. If you followed my channel and you watched all my video about a huge electric renovation in this boat, actually everything is new. I just did in the last season the battery. Here everything is new, here a lot of boxes, and now I'm going to redo some things because I have this shunt, because I decided that I want to have a state of charge monitoring for the battery. And while they have a lot of material, their own videos, they have some manuals, I decided that I record a video for you that might be useful, because there are some challenges. And that's why I will challenges if you want to make it nice, for example, or for a specific let's say location, situation. Okay guys, you will judge yourself. So I just share this information with you, and probably you will find some things useful. Then I hope you will like it, and give me your comments and subscriptions. Let's try. So here we have this shunt, you know it's probably, so we have 3 cables. One is the red one to power the electronic inside the shunt, and this is not the negative one, it's for additional, it doesn't matter. So in my case it doesn't matter, and I don't explain to you. I will probably cut it and seal it here. So because the minus we get from here. So here is the connection diagram. If we measure the current by DC, so the minus goes there, load and charges go there, so plus here. So we have the minus for the electronic of the shunt, and then we provide plus to the electronic of the shunt with this cable. And then this we cut, and then we have this AUX, AUX. So, and we have several options what to do with this. So we can monitor the voltage of the secondary battery, something else, etc. But my case will be option C, the temperature sensor. So I want the temperature sensor. I want to monitor the temperature of the battery. In that case, you connect it this way. You can see it to the plus with this lock. So, and when I look at this picture, I understand that it means that this is and this one are shorted. We will prove this. I will test with the tester, multimeter, and we will see this. But it's quite clear that you get the plus from here and you provide it there, and then through this cable, both to the sensor inside, I guess, and then to the shunt. And the negative here, you connect the black one. I'm not sure if it's negative. You connect to the gray cable here. So guys, I don't cover a lot of details about this stuff because it's all in the user manual. My main purpose to show you how I will do this nicely here with some tricks, some challenges, I hope nicely, and you will judge in the comments was it or not. Let's try. Remember how I connect clamps here, because we will need this now when I go down out from the board to discuss these things, and I don't want to come to here again. Just remember. And the first challenge, guys, how can I connect this lug to the battery? No problems at all if you have the battery like this with the separate start where you can connect it. It's specifically designed for this stuff. But if you only have this one, yeah, it's difficult. And in my case, I want to have a clean disconnection. So when I remove this clamp, I want the battery be free of any wires to take it off in case if I want it. So I need to find a way to connect this lug to this clamp. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how I do this. You notice that I have there a battery cable or several cables through this I think it's bot connector, yeah, so which is plugged here. And I was looking for options like T-connector or something like that to connect this here. No, I didn't found anything, and I don't want to cut anything here. So I designed my own solution based on this kind of lugs. I have a video on my channel, everything about it. I have plenty of them, and this 19-degree angle is especially important. And so I'm going to build that kind of solution. I want to stack them this way. I found a proper sized this part, and this part, and I decided to go 90-degree here. You will see soon why. I then crimped them with that kind of tool. I will put also the cable inside, so for providing a better crimping and also thermal, not regulation, but conductivity, yeah, because we need to conduct temperature to here. And then this stock, this kind of stock, will be like that. So I will connect it here with the stainless steel bolt, nut and washer here, and that part will go under the screw here. So that is my solution. You will see the final result. If you know a better one, I don't think you can find anything ready. Let me know in comments on or what you think about it. The next challenge will be to connect this temperature sensor with the shunt to make it sealed. The original solution is not suitable for this. It's not for the board, not for the Finnish November, let's say, not for that environment. So, and I have again a full batch of video about all right things how to do sealed connections, moisture protected in your board. So I will not go deep to details. I will show you some final results. We are going to connect this with that one in the junction box with specific sealed connectors, etc. I will show you the final result, and you can watch more in my videos in the playlist about board electric. So you have seen I done this part for the sensor. So the sensor is connected here. I have a junction box here, so it will be all wired inside, the two fuses here. And now I'm remaking this part. It was a clamp here. If you watched my video, so you understand how it was here. It's all cutted now. And yeah, so I'm doing this one that is going now to the shunt, yeah, so because it was here directly to the battery, all my loads, but now they go to the shunt. And here is a little challenge. If you use the nice good quality German lugs, not this one, then you cannot fit actually two cables here. So in order to fit two cables, you need to find another one. Actually, I bought this from Amazon. It's quite okay, and it's even better that it has this space for how is to say, not of the right size, because it allowed me to fit two cables. I also prepared the new part here for them. I will shrink here, of course. Yeah, I will apply, not this one, somewhere else. Yeah, so prepare the new one for the clamp here, and then I cut the right size, and it will go on another part of the shunt. Just the general look view, and let's see how it goes next. Let's fix the result, not yet final. So look, I think it's called bullet connectors again. Yeah, so from the temperature sensor and from the shunt, in order to be able to replace them in case of failure. So, and I have 2 fuses that I will now try to fit to this small box and then connect the shunt. And we are quite close to the final result. I really love these whisker boxes, German boxes, because you have this embossed part here where you can fit more stuff. It's always, guys, yeah, you have more stuff always when you do the junction box, and that really helps. Okay, guys, that's the final result. You can see the shunt there. You can see the junction box here. So everything is fine, and I believe it's quite nice. So the temperature sensor is here this way. You can say in comments what you think about it. Now I will go to the app and we'll try to understand what is there. I already updated few things suggested in the app, but I have to meditate about what is there. So here I just share my setup with this shunt in that location. So you may get some tips, hints from this setup. Well, yeah, I didn't go deep in details, but I have a lot of videos about everything, about shrinking tubes, about locks, about wires, everything you can watch on my channel. So about these clamps, about batteries, quite a huge amount of information. So if you want, you can see, but let's see what we have in the app. To the point 8 in the printed user manual that you have seen, I have to set this efficiency charge efficiency factor to 99%. It was 95, and this Peucert exponent, I have no idea what it is at all, guys. Yes, for me it's something that is quite okay. Well, it says to say 1.05. It was 1.25, so I set it, and I believe because it's charged I can click it here, but I have no idea about these things yet, guys. So I will get deeper to this, but probably you should find information from someone else about this stuff. I researched a little bit on the interface of this SmartShunt and settings. Well, you have to understand the settings. I don't yet all of them. I don't understand all of them yet. Well, alarms, it's quite clear, so I set some of them, but it's too early to talk to you about this interface and how this shunt will perform. It needs time in the real life. It means I have to take this board out of the garage to the water and do real tests. I will do this. Subscribe to see them if you are not yet subscribed. My second battery is there, the shunt is there. Let me know in comments how you check state of charge of your battery in your board. And thank you guys, bye.